Today, I am going to explain the film called Dark Shadows. Please support me and subscribe to this channel. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. At the beginning of the movie, we see the middle of 18th century. Collins' wealthy family immigrated to the New World. They built a grand estate called Collinwood. After many years, the family servant grew secretly a witch had a super crush on Colin. Driven by her deep jealousy of Colin's love to his fiancée, the witch then used her dark magic and makes the fiancée fall from a cliff. Colin jumped after her, but he survives the fall and turns into a vampire cursed by the witch. The witch later turned the whole town against Colin and buries him alive. 200 years later, Victoria, who looks like Colin's fiancée, traveled to Collinwood to fill the governor's position. The Collin family now is not so wealthy in glory. Then Victoria meets Elizabeth and her several family members. Victoria is sent to teach the young boy, who always claims he can see his dead mother, and the family never takes it seriously. Someday at night, the construction crew happened to dig out a mysterious coffin, accidentally free the vampire Colin from his tomb. He walked on the way back to Collinwood. When he arrived, he hypnotized the caretaker into his service. He's later treated as an uninvited psychopath before Elizabeth's family, but he showed the secret passages and hidden treasure. She believes that her legendary ancestor is true. Later, Elizabeth introduces Colin to the family as a relative from the UK, with plans to reclaim Colin's fortune. The family members all feel a little bit weird by the so-called relative from nowhere. Colin seems to fall deeply for Victoria, a girl who looks like his dead fiancée. Colin then declared his plan to restore the family's glory as he used to be. However, the town is controlled by another big company, but Colin never knows that the owner is actually the witch. Still deeply hate Colin, who didn't accept her love before. She then visited Collinwood, intending to destroy Colin again. Colin falls into despair before her power. However, Colin later follows his plan to restore the business and remodel the Collinwood with the treasure. Time goes by. He also develops his relationship with Victoria while hoping to change back to human and live together with Victoria. Colin then allows the doctor to drain his blood for a cure study. On the other side, pissed off by the Collins family business improving again, the witch wants to get Colin away from this market. He turned down her proposal. Colin can't get rid of her seduction, so he lets go of his desire over such a hot and wild body. But Colin regretted the fast sex. However, the witch tried to win Colin's heart, then proposes to operate a business together, but she got refused again. Later, Colin found Victoria that night. Victoria then returns Colin's love, and they kissed romantically right on the witch's face, whose fury is lit up again. Then Colin visited the doctor, who didn't search for a cure for him, but used his blood into her body instead. Colin sucked all her blood and threw her body to the sea. He later found Elizabeth's brother stealing the family treasure. He gave the brother two choices: to become a better father to his son, or to leave Collinwood with enough money and live out his life elsewhere. Ironically, the brother chose the money. Embarrassed by his father, the boy ran back to his room, but nearly got struck by a falling disco ball. Colin saved him with supernatural speed, but caught fire in the daylight, which reveals himself as a vampire. Victoria is horrified by her vampire lover and ran away. Then Colin met the witch and begged her to remove the curse on him, but the witch, however, wanted his love in exchange. But it's a no certainly, so she traps him into a coffin again and sent him away to a tomb. She then destroyed the Collins business by Biggie, which draw the attention of the whole town. She then gathered the town people against the vampire Collinwood. Surprisingly, Colin showed up to confront her. It's shown that Colin is later set free by the boy under the guidance of his mother's ghost, but during the following battle, Colin can't get an upper hand over the powerful witch. She even reveals her responsibility for the deaths of the boy's mother and Colin's parents before she is about to terminate Colin forever, but gets distracted by the boys shouting. At that critical moment, the ghost mother showed up and screamed at the witch with a deadly sound wave, and she got hanged to the ceiling light. And then she offered one last time her broken heart to Colin, sadly, which crumbled into ashes as she died. After that, Colin rushes to find Victoria, ending her life before the cliff because she believed she has a mortal life and their love can't last forever together. She then jumped from the cliff, while Colin also jumped after her and caught her, biting her as they plummet to the Bottom of cliff, Victoria awakened in Collins' arms as a vampire and they passionately kissed each other. This movie ends here. If you like our video, please subscribe to this channel.